So today's episode, Black Lightning, episode 3, Lawanda, the Book of Burial. How'd you feel about the episode, man?
The episode was good. We got a lot between the characters, and we got more of the sisters this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that hopefully they can continue bringing out more of some of these characters.
As we see in the show, Anissa goes to the scrapyard to test her newfound powers. Like, how did you feel about that scene in the beginning? Do you think she's getting the hang of it?
Yes, I like that scene because she's getting the hang of it. But I really don't know much about her powers.
Yeah.
So I am not trying to find out online or study who Anissa is. So I'm just going to wait until they reveal what her power is.
And I agree. I'm feeling the same way.
And I can't wait for them to, do something about her powers.
Yeah. I know you've seen the pastor. Do you think he sent the wrong message to the members of the church to go out and march against the 100 or the violence against the 100?
No, because, again, you have to take action. If you're tired of something, you have to figure out a way to fight that. And just sitting there and, not doing anything is not going to help anybody.
But do you really think marching isn't nothing but another word for protest?
Of course.
Do you think that will do anything in these times, in this modern day and age?
I think for myself, I think no, because people forget. So you can have marching, for a week or a month, and then once everybody quiet down, we just go back to living how we used to live.
Yeah, man, and I agree. Like the way I see it is, if you have an issue with your community, it's called a community for a reason. Don't go out there and march. Get a board, write down all the issues the community is having, and find out another solution to tackling it. Whether it's policemen, whether it's voting, whether it's whatever you go about, don't just march. You're just walking. It's good exercise, but
no, and also it's a good marketing as well. So don't forget that. So you can march to spread your word, but then you can also do what you need to do in the community.
Yeah. All right. So what did you think about the Reverend though?
That Reverend looked like he has like a bad past and recently like got saved from Jesus Christ, and you can kind of see like his old ways popping up here and there with the police officer.
Yeah,
but I mean, he has a good heart.
He does say if it ain't the police killing us, it's we killing us. How did you feel about that statement?
It's true, man. And it got me thinking. I'm like, yo, he's speaking from the truth, and most people don't want to admit that.
Yeah,
but we have to make sure that we take care of ourselves, take care of our community
before we let anybody else take care of us. And yeah, I'm absolutely in agreement with you with that one. But I remember him and the officer Henderson were going at it, and it seems how Henderson described them. He's like, the Reverend has fancy shoes. He's basically that stereotypical pastor that
I can't believe they made him like that. But okay, no, it's fine though.
Yeah,
because most pastors they have good. If you're working, why wouldn't you have good stuff? But
like at the same time, is it because he's taking money from the church? Like, what is it? Like, a lot of people don't like seeing pastors like that.
I get what people are saying, but you have to. Do you know how much a pastor makes?
I don't.
As most people don't. So especially if you're a big pastor, you get a lot of donations here and there. If you're a mega church, of course, you got money. So why can't they do stuff with their money? You guys do stuff with their money, and y'all still broke. Y'all try to rock fancy clothes, fancy shoes, fancy cars, but in real life you have no money. So I don't know what they're complaining about.
So it seems like Jefferson battles as a hero and as a human. The people of the town called him Black Jesus. That's a hell of a name. And he has a superhero side, which is Black Lightning, of course. It seems as if both identities are always saving. What do you think?
I think you have to have both sides saving. You have to make sure that the other life you live also helps people in another way that Black Lightning can't help people. Black Lightning can help people in schools or anything like that, but Jefferson can. And Jefferson can't fight crime, well, to show that he can fight crime like with himself, but Black Lightning can.
Don't you think that's like stressful for him?
It is. I mean, unless
it's like he doesn't get a break. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you're playing the superhero, and then you're playing like Black Jesus. That's crazy.
but that's a
crazy.
sacrifice. But that's a sacrifice you have to make when you become a hero or become anything like a firefighter, soldier, or anything like that. You can't just only help when you have a situation. You also have to help in your community and in your family.
Yeah, I think he's a tough individual, man.
No, he is. You have to. Everybody can't be a superhero, Fitz. So
no, of course. But I'm just saying, for his situation, for his plight, you know,
of course,
it's a lot.
But would you still be a superhero, even though you know that might be in effect?
Yeah, I'd still be a superhero, of course. But it seems like I'm not saying this for all other superheroes, but it just seems like, for instance, Superman. He's a news reporter during the day. It's not like he has some like obligation to the community, but his only obligation is when he turns Superman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
As opposed to Jefferson, he's always in the community. He's always helping.
No, but Superman don't take his job as seriously as you know, Lois Lane or Lois Clark, whatever. You know how Lois Lane, she always, I want to find the truth. She goes into danger of finding the truth. Superman ain't like that. He became a news reporter to be low key, so no one don't think that he's Superman.
Of course.
The reason of him being work at the Daily Planet and Jefferson working at the schools are two different things, but I understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Jill Scott plays Lady Eve. What did you think about her acting?
Oh, okay. Sorry. My mind blanked for a second. I'm like, who? Because she's only there for like one scene, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, who? I like her. She's a, there always have to be a character, a female character that like runs stuff. Yeah. And even Tobias is like a little bit fearful and make sure he doesn't say the wrong things or make sure he doesn't disrespect her. Because, again, how you talked about the old school, the old school respect women and respect mothers and stuff like that. And I can see that Tobias respect her as well.
Yeah. So Nissa meets a woman named Grace at the library. Grace had an Outsider comic book. So the Outsiders was basically a group formed by Batman that Black Lightning was in. All right. So do you think they were flirting?
Easter egg. That's an Easter egg. What happened? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's an Easter. Boom. You see your boy catching on. Hey, Do you think they were flirting?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wish it was that easy though, but yeah, definitely. And you can tell at the moment that they
initiated that.
Yeah, you saw the look in her eye. It's all good.
She had that lustful look.
Yeah, it's all good. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think there was a little bit of flirtatious or dropping hints that I'm a little interested in you. She didn't verbally have to say it, but her facial expression gave it all. That smile gave it all.
Staring at her behind.
Even
though in my head I was just like, come on, bro. If a guy was doing that, come on, bro.
Thank you.
It was just like, oh, yeah, that's sexy if a girl's doing it, but if a guy's doing it, why you look at my behind,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's a double standard there, but I'm not going to talk about it too much. But yeah, it's just there.
I completely agree. Jennifer, this is the interesting part of the show. Jennifer decided to announce she's ready to have sex and discusses it with her parents. Bro, to me, the scene was funny.
Yeah, that scene was totally fun. I'm like, oh, you did not just do that. But you know what? Well, I like her. I wish I had her as a daughter because I like that truth. I like people keeping it real. Yeah. And I want my kids to keep it real with me no matter what the situation may be. So if you gonna have sex, let's
discuss it.
Yeah, let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. I'll throw a Bible at you, but at the end of the day, we can still talk about it,
Oh man. All right, so let's play on what you were saying. You said you'd love to have a kid that would come up to you and talk to you about this stuff. But it depends on on the household that you raise her in.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
the household that you raise your children in. You can't react negatively if your child's like, Dad, I'm gay, or Dad,
Why not? Why can't act
you
negatively?
can't act negatively, because if you act negatively, then that child feel like you're judging him or her. Now, either way you're judging him or her, the fact that you react negatively, they're probably gonna be like, yo, all right, next time I have a problem, I'm not gonna open up because of the way you act.
I agree, but probably same thing with the way my parents is. But I was just joking. I'm gonna try not to act negatively or whatnot. I'm just gonna be there to help them. I'm gonna say my opinion and like probably stab it into you, but I'm not gonna like make you upset, trying to make you upset, or make you think that you can't talk to me.
Yeah, the cool dialogue that was happening between Jennifer and her parents was how the parents were like, you should wait till you meet somebody you actually like.
Really like, and I love that dialogue right there. But go ahead.
And then all of a sudden Jennifer's like, "Did you two have sex for the very first time with each other?" And then they looked at each other and they're like, "No."
No, they didn't even say no. They just moved on to the next question. And that kind of tells you, like, nah, they didn't have sex with each other. That wasn't their first time.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they didn't want to answer how old were you when y'all had sex. They didn't want to answer that either. So you can tell, like, damn, I can't fault her for thinking that when I didn't live that life as well.
And there's something unique about that. It's like when we grow up as parents, or when we become parents, sometimes we forget what it's like to be a child, man, or a teenager, and we can't forget that, because that part of us is unique. That's the fact that we've been through it already. We've been through this life already, and we're bringing another life into it. We should be able to relate to it.
No, I agree. But definitely with me and my kids, I'm going to raise them up to be a virgin until they're married. I'm going to instill that in them, but it's up to them to follow it when they get older and make their own decisions. But that's how I'm going to raise my kids, though.
So Lynn wants to be a bigger role in her daughter's life, because we find out that Jefferson is going back to Black Lightning. She tells Jefferson they should move back. The daughter should move back in with her. Jefferson says no and dismisses the conversation. What do you think about Lynn, and what do you think she tried to do? And how would you handle the situation if it was you?
I'll answer your question, but I also love the way like they made Jefferson like the leader.
Yes.
Like he was like, no. And then she was like, oh, okay, backing off, And I'm like, yo, this is how it's supposed to be. It's not, nowadays the women are in control, especially you don't have single dads.
Yes.
Like you have single women.
Yes.
So the women says the rules, oh, the kid's gonna be with me, and you don't have a say so. But with Jefferson, he has a say so, and I absolutely love that.
Yes.
But go ahead.
The fact that he has his career in order, he has money or financial stability to raise his children, is a great. I don't mean to sound sexist or whatever, bro. And I hate the fact that I have to keep giving disclaimers to what I want to say, and I want to stop that. I personally feel like fathers make better single parents. That's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah. And you have a right to say that.
Yeah.
And you have a right to believe that. And you can debate that all day long.
Yeah.
So, but with Lynn, I don't know. The kids is better with Jefferson. I think she was going through one of the, those mother type things that, oh, I need to protect my kids.
Yeah.
And you putting my kids in danger so the kids could live with me, and I'll figure everything out. That's what she was trying to do. And I don't like that. What about you?
Yeah. I completely agree with you on that. I don't think I personally think it was a spiteful, or maybe I'm using my words wrong, maybe a vengeful act just to see if he would budge. Just because one thing I admired about what you said earlier is because, the fact that they showed him he's the leader in the dynamic between him and Lynn. In my opinion, I think in certain situations, women will try to catch you when you're weak. Yep. And it's the individual's job or responsibility to be as consistent as possible. Because as soon as you show a sign of weakness, man, that's it. That's a wrap. And that's what I admired about Jefferson. He's passionate about his kids. He's like, no, I want to remain in their lives and I'm able to handle it. And I think what Lynn needs to understand is, they're not little kids anymore. The daughters are not little anymore.
For real. And it's funny because you know how fathers, they be like, oh, these girls are always going to be my little girls. And I always try to protect them. And that's true. But he lets them have their little freedom. But with Lynn, she doesn't. And she's just fearful, thinking they're still little girls. It's just interesting.
Yes, exactly. This is very interesting. What bothers me is the fact that Jefferson wants Lynn back in his life, but I don't think Lynn sees it that way. Like Lynn wants Jefferson wants the family together, but something's not clicking with Lynn. It just doesn't make sense. Either way, if he comes home hurt or damaged, I'd rather my significant other take care of me than me come home alone. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And what does she do? Like
she's a neuroscientist or something like that.
She got a lot of free time though. I'm just saying.
Oh man. So Elijah,
what's up?
How do you shower,
bro? Top to bottom, bro. Head all the way to the feet. And it was kind of weird how they did that. And I'm like, really? Like that's important. And I realized on my own that makes kind of sense. It makes kind of sense though.
Oh man, I love that scene. Was pretty funny to me. You see a father trying to get back at another man, trying to have sex with his daughter. So to me, that was pretty protective of him as well.
Yeah, and as a father, you're supposed to do those things. I don't know if I'm gonna do that to that extent, but I'm probably gonna do it just to joke around. But other than that,
I'm definitely gonna do it just to see the reaction on the kid's face.
Mm-hmm. But did you had any fathers do that to you when you bring take out a girl or anything like that?
Yeah, this happened to me like last week or 2 weeks ago. One of those. I just got done going to Hannibal Buress comedy show, and then my partner and I, we went to her father's house, and then the father is like, "Yo, if you want to be with my daughter, you have to treat her right, this and that. If you hurt her, you're gonna have a problem with me, and this and that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, you ain't gotta worry. So I didn't feel pressure or nothing like that.
Yeah, of course. It wasn't that to that extent. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but just the fact that a father's coming to you like that, I didn't feel that much pressure though. What about you? Have you ever had that happen to you?
No, not really. I think when I was, I believe, a junior in high school, I met this girl father, but he was just asking questions, but it wasn't like he was trying to intimidate me, even though he was built like a bodybuilder. Yeah. But he wasn't trying to intimidate me or anything like that. Just asking questions. And all the other girls, I never met their parents. So
Anissa girlfriend is at the cosplay party. She assumes she's cheating. Is she wrong for assuming? And do you think Grace and Anissa have a thing in the future?
She's not cheating because if you go to to the club and dance with people, it's not. And it's funny because girls can dance with other girls without being anything, but again, guys can't do that. Anyway, and I don't think they had a future anyway. She was trying to drift away from her. Yeah. So it was going to end eventually.
I agree. Was Anissa cheating? For my answer, it's kind of gray. I'm not going to say she's cheating, but you could tell Anissa isn't interested in a relationship. Yeah. And you could tell that she's interested in this Grace chick.
Okay. All right. So do you think flirting is cheating? See, that's a tough one. I think
it depends. It depends on the two individuals in the contract and the agreement that you two have. If one person is like, yo, I think dancing is cheating, and the other person in the party is like, okay, I agree with that. Yeah, dancing is cheating. Then, hey, dancing is cheating. If other people might not see dancing as cheating, but you got to understand that's what you two agree on. Other people might be like, yo, flirting is cheating. Because for me, sometimes when people flirt, you're like planting seeds. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's like, to me, it's like when you flirting with somebody, it's like you're planting seeds to let that person know, hey, man, I'm available, or maybe sometime in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's cut the BS.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Before, I'm like, okay, nah, people can flirt, but now that I got older, I'm like, nah, bro, you want to plan something. Like, if you were able to do something with a girl, you would. So
Yeah, you know, and this is like people who tell me sometimes they obliviously flirt or whatever. To me, it's
that's an excuse. You do it on purpose, bro.
yes. I'm
there's no
skeptical
way,
about that.
That's like, there's no way you accidentally flirt with somebody. That's no.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
so I think like we said, Anissa wasn't interested in her recent girlfriend. So maybe she's trying to find love elsewhere. So
now that she have her new powers, she just want to be free.
yeah, and she wasn't into the relationship, man. You saw that,
right,
man.
Yeah, they kind of foreshadowed that. So
yeah. So Grace says to Anissa, saving the world would be lonely. You would have to keep your identity a secret, even from the people that you love. What do you think about that statement?
You know, it's true. That's what happens when you become a superhero. You have to live a double life.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's get lonely. That's why you have to make sure you find people that you able to trust to know your secret.
I agree.
What about you?
Would it be lonely? Yeah.
If you're living another life, you want to talk about the other life with somebody, but you can't. So that's the lonely. You know, that what being lonely is
That's
about,
what stemming from.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to tell somebody that, and of course, if you're a superhero, you want to talk to people. Hey, I succeeded this and so, or I did this, and you can't.
I see what she's saying now. I agree with that. Then yeah, I guess it can be lonely. You know, you got to keep all that stuff to yourself. You can't tell nobody. So the Reverend Holtz marches. Black Lightning spots a man with a gun and uses his electric field to save the civilians. Tobias thought he killed Black Lightning and sees he's alive and well. Reverend Holt and Khalil get shot with a bullet meant for Black Lightning. What do you think about the scene?
Like Black Lightning didn't do much in this episode, so I'll probably dumb my rating down from like an 8 to a 6. See, I still don't get what power Black Lightning have, because he have a shield of lightning, and then they can't. I don't know how that shield works, but besides the case, I don't know how she missed Black Lightning. If I guess her target was Khalil, well, no, the target was the pastor, but not Black Lightning, because the boss dude wanted Black Lightning to die, but she shot the pastor. That's what I didn't get about that. Did Tobias was like shoot Black Lightning, but she shot the pastor?
I think she had bad aiming. So like that's why I said the bullet was meant for Black Lightning.
Bad aiming, bro. Yeah, right.
I think the bullet wasn't meant for. I don't think the bullet was meant for the pastor. Yeah, I think it was meant for Black Lightning.
I mean, it was, but then it missed to the. Come on, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure she know how to aim a gun, and she had a sniper anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't know how to use it. I'm just saying. Like you've been with Tobias for a long time. I'm pretty sure you know how to use a sniper.
Yeah.
And you don't miss like that. And you're like, you was right there.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I have to go back and rewatch it then.
Yeah, but to me that was like a little bit of like bad writing. Like there was not enough evidence to prove that why she missed and hit the pastor instead. They just wanted her to hit the pastor.
Well, you know, maybe his electric force field could have had something to do with it. Like, even though it was off, like it could have still had a side effect or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, could have, but if it wasn't on screen, it can't be explained. But I'm also I'm upset that the pastor. I thought he's gonna be a martyr, dying for what he believed in, and I guess that probably would have been even more powerful. But you upset that good innocent people ends up in a crossfire when you're a superhero.
Lynn apologizes to Jefferson for lashing out about having the girls move in with her. She ends up giving in by saying, "Danger is everywhere." What do you think?
That's absolutely true. And it's not like if the girls live for her, nothing bad's not going to happen. And obviously you can't protect them if someone trying to rob your house or, someone try to harass your daughter. You can't protect them. I'm sorry. Again, I don't want to be sexist, but girls are just weaker. Most girls are just weaker, and the guys are the ones that are able to protect, other people.
Yeah. Danger is everywhere, and you can't protect anybody. Like, what could you do? You can't be everywhere 24/7. We discussed this in our Black Mirror episode with the Archangel. It's life. You have to go out and live. Like, that doesn't stop us from driving a car. Danger doesn't stop us from going out, going to school, or anything like that. So it's everywhere. If it happens, then, you just hope for the best and try to be prepared for it. But we live in a imperfect world. So,
hey,
what could you do?
Nothing, bro. Just live your life.
There was an interesting scene. Why do you think Gambi deleted Tobias out of the footage and says, "Sorry, Jefferson"?
Okay, here's my thing. I think that if, Jefferson finds out that Tobias is alive, that's going to be his sole purpose. And he's going to forget about, like, him being a principal or maybe the girls or the wife. He's just going to focus too much on Tobias and trying to figure out a way to take him down. That's why I think he deleted the photo.
Part of the comic book, I don't know if you know this, but Jefferson had something to do with... Gambi had something to do with Black Lightning's father getting shot. So Gambi set Jefferson's father up to get killed, because if he didn't do that, Tobias and the 100 would have killed Jefferson and his family. Well, Jefferson when he was a kid among his family. So what Gambi did, he chose to set up the father instead of having Tobias kill Jefferson while he was young. So that's what I am assuming, that why Jefferson said he's sorry, due to the comic book. I know we can't compare and contrast the two,
but they might add that to this live action one. I mean, I guess what you're saying, but what? So he doesn't want Jefferson to figure out that Black Lightning, Tobias is alive.
Well, I think I'm under the assumption that Jefferson knows that Tobias is alive, because Tobias says that he killed Black Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So that gave Jefferson time to retire for the 9 years to get himself back together. You get what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right.
So I'm assuming that Black Lightning or Jefferson let Tobias think what he thinks, because he doesn't know his true identity,
Then he doesn't want him to figure out that Tobias is in town, I guess. Then
I don't know. The way Gambi says sorry Jefferson, there's a hint of guilt there.
No, I agree. I mean, sooner or later they're gonna unravel the truth, but I don't think that Jefferson knows that
Tobias is alive.
Yeah, Tobias is alive.
All right, we'll see. All right, so I was right.
No, not before you go on. Not alive, just in town.
All right, we'll see. All right, so I was right. We find out that Anissa told her parents that she was a lesbian. So obviously we answered this question before, but do you like, so you're in agreement with the family dynamic of their children being open communication with the family. You like that?
Absolutely.
All right. The last question. The bullet hits Khalil in his spine and he might not be able to walk again. We find out that Reverend Holt will be okay, but from what we gathered about Khalil, what do you think? How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it was really heartbreaking, because he had a kid that was trying to
make it out
of the project or out of his community to go off and do greater things.
Yeah.
And then now, who knows what this might do to him. He probably might think, oh, now I can never make it out, and I have to, do this or do that to survive on the streets or something like that. And also upsetting that it's also Jennifer's boyfriend. So, and I don't know if it's some injuries affects your
athletic ability
to perform in the bed. So who knows if they can't they can't do that.
That's one thing I was thinking about too. I'm like, damn, Khalil, you might die a virgin, man.
Yeah, I mean,
or you might live on as a virgin.
but it sucks though, bro.
Shoot, yeah, that kind of hurt me because in the comic book it said the only way to get out the city was to commit suicide. I forgot the name of it, but it's yeah.
That's dark.
I forgot the name of the city. I forgot how they refer it to, but on the next show, I'll look it up.
Hopefully we get more of Jennifer next episode. I mean, you don't have to reveal the powers, but we get more of the characters.
All right. Hey, man, let us know what you think about the review. Let us know what you guys think about Black Lightning, the show. Follow us on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook. DM us. Let us know what shows you guys want us to review. And I guess that's it. Right?
That's it, bro.
All right. Peace.
Peace.